Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, Galactic Rainbow Butterfly Nation of the New Earth Dreaming. We have another day of massive energetics flowing into this realm from the Most High. We witnessed multiple columns of white light on the Schumann charts today with a big blast of resonance at an amplitude of 62 Hz. Fifth dimensional energies anchoring in. Pachamama also received a major activation on the Ring of Fire today with a magnitude 7.2 earthquake in Tonga at 1806 UTC. Gaia the Divine, the company of heaven, and all light workers are healing, clearing, and cleansing all timelines, realms, and dimensions of all nefarious energies and entities in this now. The space-time continuum is being recalibrated in the benevolence of the Holy Spirit. All is coming into alignment with the freedom codices of all anchor points throughout all time and space. We are calling in all heavenly hierarchies and multidimensional legions of light to complete the integrations and upgrades to all crystalline DNA of all living beings. All false, negative, and nefarious forces of all dimensions, realms, and timelines are being dissolved, eliminated, removed, and resolved through divine will and pure intent. In the power of silence of our almighty I Am presence, we command and decree this now. Our solar diamond light bodies are fully coming online to assist Gaia and all her children of the sun in this great shift of the ages into the new golden age of 5D Aquarius. We are in the final days and age of suffering as we usher in the holy days of freedom, peace, and prosperity for all sentient beings of the way in this age of love and truth. All is in alignment for these final activations in the golden light of the Great Spirit. With the assistance of the infinite Buddhas of infinite timelines, we bridge heaven and earth for the final countdown to our quantum leap of consciousness into Homo Luminous, beings of eternal life. Aho! Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul, White Gold Eagle, with PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to listen to the very end where we release a very powerful prayer for peace. And please do us a favor and share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. And now we continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 27 degrees Taurus. The sun is at 24 degrees, 29 minutes Gemini. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 25 degrees Gemini. A gardener trimming large palm trees. And the current Sabian symbol for the moon at 28 degrees Taurus. A mature woman reawakened to romance, from astrologyweekly.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Sophie Gregoire. As you see more truth, you feel more and more ready to take a leap. Continue. The route towards more alignment is not for the fainted of hearts, but you came here for this. You may need to free yourself of something or speak your full truth to go to this next level. And allow new life, possibilities, magic, and visions in. An exchange of energy is taking place. It will be worth it. Trust. From SophieGregoire.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Jennifer Catron. Collective timeline collapse taking place as well as a convergence. All have made their choices between the trajectories, more karmic looping, or making a jump to their highest trajectory, releasing the lives, relationships, and roles we've outgrown to make space for what will play out next. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Aluna Joy Yashkin, humanity's brilliant radiance of the inner cosmic Christ and the unified collective consciousness will strike a beautiful, encompassing, cleansing violet fire across our planet Earth. This birth of a new Earth will be a world of peace, working within global unity and in support of all humankind in absolute equality. Our Earth will be governed by an awakened human species without the need for a government or laws. The truth will be lived, not taught. This was your divine plan all along. The Star Elders through Aluna Joy from alunajoy.com. And from Divine Sis Star of the Light, Valerie A. Elster. Powerful and potent energies are rising ahead of the Hieros Gamos Divine Union Solstice portal. Specifically, the masculine gate codes will be very active, opening space for the solstice energetic as we ground and anchor these divine codes as the masculine collective continues restoring the root gate to create the new earth kingdoms plus crystalline cities. Return of the solar heart, inner union, anchor activation, and recalibration of divine masculine coding, allowing the feminine to fully surrender into her fullness and creation power. From ValerieElster.com. And from Divine Sis Star of the Light, Celia Fenn. Solstice, June 2023. We are only a few days out from the June 2023 solstice. The energies are slowly increasing as waves of plasma light and codes are being received from the sun and from cosmic sources. These codes will assist us in the major shift that we are undergoing from May and June and into the run-up to the Lion's Gate 8-8. The Royal Star Lions and their companions, the Solar Fire Lions, are making their presence felt to support us in these deep changes. As Pluto retrogrades in the Capricorn, we feel the deep need to change and the last vestiges of the old being thrown off. In many ways, there is a tussle between the old and the new, and emerging from all this is the new human, the deep human who lives in the quantum new time on a vertical spiral rather than horizontal linear time. The deep human is centered in the heart and can make deep dives down into the ancestral timelines or up into the galactic and cosmic spirals. The deep human is present in all time and flows deep within the divine heart on the light of the divine feminine. Everything is changing. Everything is flowing and becoming. We are changing, becoming deeper and lighter and more of an expression of creator energy and love. From CeliaFenn.com. And from Divine Sis Star of the Light, Judith Kusel. In the last 24 hours, there has been a huge release of trauma and pain in the collective, and this includes all which has been before. I was taken into the cathedral of cathedrals and to the high altar, and there in the company of heavens, and the divine was shown how all is being erased and transmuted. I was lifted in such a high state that I was literally filled with the power of divine love in the highest degrees, and saw how all souls were being freed, not only from trauma and pain, but from negative patterns and bonds. This goes very deep, on levels we may not even be aware of. It is purification in the highest and deepest levels, and I saw how souls were unified by the power of love, where before they were separated by great chasm of whatever emotional charges there were. I then experienced a profound consecration which I cannot even put into words. We are being freed on so many levels now that our physical bodies have a hard time adjusting to all of this. We need time out and to allow ourselves to simply be. It is sacred. It is holy. It is sanctified. All through and with and by the power of love. From JudithKusel.com. From Divine Brother of the Light, Pars Kute. The timeline has now been transformed. It has been transformed to bring about the creation, or to bring about the golden age that we are creating. And as we have heard many times, nothing now can stop this. So even those of the forces of the dark continue to move along and bring about what they think is their creation. It is not. It is not to be allowed, for the great central source of this universe has decreed that it shall not be allowed, that the experiment is at an end. And even though we may still see some of those remnants of the darkness continuing on, they are more and more fading into non-existence. So we continue to trust. Trust the divine plan. Trust in ourselves, the creator selves that we are, because that is what is righting the ship. We all have the power within us, the power that comes from the great central sun of this universe, from the divine source that is within all of us. It is now, and now is the moment that we have been waiting for, working towards for many thousands of years. Many lifetimes we have been working at this, coming to this point in the expression of the universe. As the universe continues to expand more and more through us, through each and every one of us, we are that expansion, and the expansion is increasing and growing and moving from the third-dimensional experience and expression into the fourth and the fifth. Some of us are in the fourth dimension, and some of us are in the fifth dimension now. We are no longer in the third dimension. We do not think of ourselves in that third dimension anymore. We do not even announce it, or even think those thoughts. For the third dimension is not for us. It is for those that continue to hold in their sleep, that continue to not want the light. That is for them, and they will find that expression of a continued third dimension. But because of who we are and the expression of what we bring here to this planet, to this experience, it is because of us that so many more across the planet are in that awakening stage right now in this moment. And the events are coming. The events that will catapult the momentum that is moving closer and closer to that finish line that Sananda is so famous for speaking of. We continue to trust. Trust in ourselves, trust in the universal plan, and continue to be those watchers, those ones that observe from afar, but yet whenever the moment arises, we are the ones that spring into action and bring our truth forward. And there are many now that are clamoring for that truth. They are clamoring to reach into the light. And even some of those that hold on to the darkness, even some of them will reach to the light as well. We are now staying in peace and love and oneness, that we would continue to be the warriors of divine light and love that we are. Within divine love of one, pars kute. From Divine Sistar of the Light Saffron Satara, the solar event. I posted last night on some info I had been receiving from last week. I can't tell you how glad I was that I posted it. I've been sitting with this from last week. My teams are glad also. So last night it felt like I was being prompted from the elemental and galactic teams. Late last night I was told we are in the solar event now. It started yesterday, and now it will move through many like the tsunami I predicted a few weeks ago. Whether this is a physical tsunami or not, it will certainly be felt. Waves of photon light and sound plasma will be hitting your fields. What I was told was that the original architecture of Gaia has now anchored. Her blueprints and pure grids are now online. So much has went into this happening. Will there be natural disasters? Possibly, but not necessarily either, because this is why so many of us have reached the stages where we are galactic shamans and light grid weavers. We go in first to assess what needs to be done so minimal damage happens. This is what has been happening for many years now. The Ring of Fire area is heavily assisted with the dragons. I was shown today that many dragon eggs that have been placed within the pure grid architecture of Gaia are about to hatch. Indeed, the earth will rumble as these magnificent beings have now come home to us. This is also happening physically. New waves of children being born will hold dragon lineage. My son and I hold it, and I know there are others. Not many, but it is coming more online. Over the past few days I have been working with the great white lion beings. We know they are one of the first architects here on Earth. I haven't joined the dots, but this morning I have. This is new Earth fully coming online. I call it Activated Gaia, because that is the blueprints I work with and will be my next body of work to offer as a container. I am part of the luminary dragon teams. The oceans will feel the rumble of the dragon eggs hatching as the platonic plates shift to anchor in the original architecture. I am curious what will be found around the world, because it feels like an unearthing and lots of things exposed. Ancient temples, stone circles. The pure grids have been only around 40% active in the last few years. I have written I don't follow the standard ley lines or where people are assuming Lemuria, Atlantis, Avalon are on the Earth maps. Much has been distorted around that, and I always follow my own inner guidance. Sometimes things aren't where people think they are. They have been hidden, and for good reason. Hidden in plain sight is a phrase I've been saying for months. I am so grateful for all the comments on my last post about the solar event and the holy shift we are in. We are in it now, folks. It isn't going to be one big flash and that's it. Our physical bodies couldn't possibly handle that. It's a slow process and it will gain momentum from this point onwards. All hands on deck. You're going to step into what you are really here to do. All that work you have done on yourself was to prepare you for a stage where you could act as a human grid, where you will transmit blueprints and codes to help stabilize these transitions. Your mere presence acts as a transmitter of light and information. Just as a crystal holds information, so do you. Many of us now are being called to help stabilize what is happening. Do not ignore where you are called, and above all else, be who you are designed to be. A huge generator of light and love. As Grandmother Turtle said to me last Friday evening, there is no such thing as time, but there is a natural order to how things unfold. Your binds to time have collapsed. Do not look at this in time frames, but that we are in this eternal now moment, riding the waves of great shifts and change. As always, take only what resonates with you. From saffronsatara.com. And from Divine Brother of the Light, Nikki Hamid. The next 3 months, the energies are quickening. Be as gentle with yourself as possible. Do less, go slow. The energy is going to be accelerating. The energy coming onto the planet is really fast, so the slower you move, the better. The more you consciously choose to stop and smell the flowers and look up at the trees and the sky, and more appreciating the simple, sweet moments, the easier the energy will be, and the more the energy will support you. Keep things simple and curtail all the things that distract you from whatever you do to go within. So when it is really fast, we want to deliberately go really, really slow, and you will actually get a lot more done. If you try to keep up with the energy, you're going to get tired really fast. So again, be gentle, move slow. Hold the vibrations that you really value deep in your core. Only work the energy flowing into your divine line, the golden river down the front of your spine. Only be attached and responsible for that. Modeling a strong and coherent field positively and empathically will serve you well and can impact millions. We are all moving into higher light. Light comes in infinite layers of weave and is packed with infinite string packets of information, data. It takes time, patience, and love to unpack any of it. It takes reception mode, and no amount of logic can do this. We unpack the feeling, knowing, which filters into our everyday human consciousness in a myriad of ways. It requires our intentional, deliberate presence to make available the capacity to unpack, to slow right down and expand our embrace, to enable the receptacle, our loving heart, to process and integrate a reflection of this knowing and being. Our logic can only catch a whisper of this knowing. And from Divine Star of the Light, Tanya Gabrielle, 7-7 Mercury square Saturn, inspired manifestation. When curious Mercury meets up with responsible Saturn, your view of the world is likely to change. On June 15th, Mercury squares Saturn at 7 degrees, which will prompt you to move from any tendency towards analysis paralysis to a broader view of the world. You may be asked to step outside of your comfort zone and speak up, Mercury. Confidence-building opportunities, such as learning how to initiate and maintain long-lasting friendships or being comfortable speaking freely and openly one-on-one, will help you to overcome internal resistance. A square in astrology urges you to take action. In this case, you want to pay close attention to any subtle prompts. Lovely doors to explore deep, mystical topics or engage in research that focuses on a subtle, mysterious subject matter will be open to you. The 7-7 code echoes the need to engage in more intense mental work. Number 7 and Mercury square Saturn encourage you to spend time on your own, including work environments. Patience is required, so take extra time to make decisions. Support and advice from a trusted source really works in your favor. June 15 invokes the number of spiritual alchemy, a magical opportunity for optimism and joy to clear the air. A good way to alchemize energy in your life is to use your strong concentration abilities to organize your space. Tidy any paperwork, feng shui, and cleanse your surroundings, and bring some plants and flowers into your indoor space. Allow the magic and mystery of this code to infuse your heart and mind. Raise your frequency consistently by remaining calm and open-minded. One vital part of your own frequency which is consistently in play is the name you choose to use. Since your name emits a powerful vibration that you send out into the world day after day, make sure that your current name adds up to a fortunate frequency. Mercury square Saturn is the perfect time to check your name. Mercury communicates and Saturn takes responsibility. Together they transmit frequencies that have a major impact. Your current name is a frequency you choose, you share, that is written and verbalized. It has a huge impact on your life, and it's one of the most powerful assets you have when it is fortunate. Here's why having a fortunate name is so important, especially in these epic times of change. Your name vibration shows how easy or difficult it is for you to fulfill your birth promise. Mercury square Saturn means it's time to pay attention to the power of subtle vibrations, including the powerful impact of your current name. Emitting a positive name frequency makes it much easier for you to consistently manifest what is for your highest good. From TanyaGabrielle.com. And from Divine Star of the Light, Colleen Lemma. Focus on the energies of change and transformation internally within yourself. As you do this, your life will change and transform externally as well. On Thursday, the moon, ruler of nourishment and the cycles of our emotions, is in Earth sign Taurus for most of the day, and will be in a positive connection to Pluto, ruler of rebirth and the cycles of life, in Earth sign Capricorn. There is a quiet yet powerful transformation that our emotional body is moving through now. Take some time to be still within yourself today. Be in the state of peace and listen to the whispers of your soul. Know that great change is happening internally and will soon have expression out in the world. Blessings of love and light to all. And from Divine Star of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Sun in Gemini trine Hygeia in Aquarius. Sedna enters Gemini. Mercury in Gemini square Saturn and Pisces. Inuit sea goddess Sedna begins a 40-year story that centers around the evolution of consciousness. Mercury's connection to Saturn suggests that we have hard lessons to learn. Our karmic story feels tough right now. The ache of history weighs heavy on the soul, but there is also great potential to realize ideas. First, we must tend to our mental health. Visualize what we hope for in the future, play a part in our communities, recognize our kinship despite our differences. Challenge negative thoughts, interrupt corrupt head chatter that bleats on about how it's pointless, how things will never work, how we never learn. Lean into your intuition and your imagination. For every soul who preserves their sense of meaning and connection to the cosmos, there grows a filament of the dreaming mind. It is an invisible chain of promises passed hand to hand, linking brother to sister, neighbor to neighbor, generation to generation. We are all messengers of the gods, all responsible for the stories we tell, the thoughts we think, the words we say. Let us support Sedna, wish her safe passage, make our offerings a sacred prayer for unity. We are the glimmer of hope on the horizon for future ages. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And today from the Zolkeen Times, Keen 133, Red Electric Skywalker. Electric is the name for the number 3, and its keywords are activate, service, and bond. This is the third day of the blue monkey wave spell. Certainly monkey can be tricky, especially during these first few days, as we are positioned right in the middle of the 2 portal day columns. This is a powerful but intense time, and it won't let up until we get to the red spectral dragon in 8 days' time. However, the number 3 is always a fun number regardless of which wave spell it occurs in. There is so much energy available to tap into, and that comes in very handy if you make use of it. Today is Red Skywalker, which represents space, wakefulness, and explore. The Skywalker loves to go on adventures, and this curiosity is quite catching. We may feel compelled to follow the Pied Piper today, or go on a magical mystery tour. As it is an electric day, today is perfect for activating an adventure and also expanding your mind. Think outside the box today and be a little daring. It doesn't hurt sometimes to surprise yourself. The Skywalker encourages us to be more bold, and when combined with this energetic number 3, well, that could lead to a very electrifying adventure indeed. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio. Red Electric Skywalker, 3 Bane, Keen 133, 15th of June 2023. Activating Infinite Bliss. 15/6/2023 equals 667 equals 613 equals 64 equal 10 equal 1. 66 Heaven's Gate Portal. Day codes 15 Spiritual Alchemy, Magnetism, Charisma, 6 Heaven, Christ, Family, Harmony, Fertility, 10 Manifestation, Authority, Power, Perfection, 1 New Beginnings, Original, Leader, Independent, Unique, Month Year Codes, 6, 13 Goddess, Cosmic Consciousness, Natural Lore, 4 Form, Structure, Foundation, Angelic, Earth, 20 The Awakening, Clear Vision, 23 Royal Star of the Lion, Strength, Protection, Support, Keen 133 equals 7, Mystic, Magic, Spiritual, Solitude, Magician's Code. A very potently expansive day, full throttle, maximum acceleration to activate heaven on earth. Day 3 in the blue monkey wave spell of magic, joy, spontaneity, bliss, play, merriment, and a return to innocence. Today we activate the joy and bliss. This is best expressed through exploring the magic that lies dormant within us and around us, using the electric tone to ignite the spark to create more magic, joy, and bliss in our lives. Tone of creation. Today's tone is electric. This is pure creative genius energy. Nikola Tesla power. The electric tone coupled with the Skywalker, blue monkey, and magic codes today adds up to another electrically charged, rocket-fueled day. Electric is tone number 3 in the tone of creation. It is the first of the 3 emotional realm tones. Its focus is on being of service to others through the action of bonding. That is, coming together with others to co-create and be of service. This desire is amplified today through the 6-6 heavenly portal and 10-1 manifestation code. Electric energy provides the ignition or spark for your manifestation. It is a current that needs to keep moving and flowing, transmitting energy. It also adds power to anything you are creating today, an extra electrical boost to draw upon. The power of 3 is derived from 2 units merging and creating the third, more powerful entity. This action duplicates the essence of bonding and service that the electric tone provides. Today we bond together through the power of magic to ignite joy and bliss, lifting the vibe of our entire planet. Monkey funny business is the order of the day. It's time to play together with our kin. Electric energy is very volatile and combustible, which can lead to short-fused interactions today, particularly with the cheeky monkey and Gemini energies, especially as it is an emotional realm tone. Be aware that people may be easily triggered on these days. Remember to direct this energy into creative and inventive projects so you can fully utilize the power available to light up our world. Today is a great day for manifesting magic and fueling our dreams and desires, to create a bliss-filled, beautiful life of constant flowing joy, a life we all truly deserve. The collective dream of abundance for all beings. So, beloved star-blessed sons, go forth and ignite the magic so that it may grow and expand and continually grant all your wishes. Today's questions are, how can I activate more magic, joy, and bliss as I explore greater potentials for my creative expression through divine service? How can we build together a new magical foundation for peace, joy, and abundance for New Earth? Planetary service, activating heaven on earth. A great day to visualize the 6-6 heavenly golden gates of Source opening wide and sending forth massively expansive golden rainbow codes flooding onto our planet and over all the tribes of our planetary kin, bonding in divine service to Nova Gaia, manifesting our beautiful utopian world. Today's code is absolutely brilliant for all kin to bond together in unison to activate the dream the awakened ones are holding for the whole community. Visualize all beings safe and protected from harm and folded in divine love and light so we can successfully activate the New Earth dream. Muchos gratitude. It is done, times a godzillion. May peace, liberty, and bliss prevail on planet Earth. Amen. An absolutely brilliant day to swim, meditate with the dolphins, play with children and or animals, and activate your bliss genes. Divine blessings for the most expansive, bliss-filled day. In la ketch a la keen. Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 133, Red Electric Skywalker. The mantra, the code for today is, I activate in order to explore. Bonding wakefulness, I seal the output of space. With the electric tone of service, I am guided by the power of navigation. And on this powerful day of activations, transformations, and manifestations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations we're able to continue our work. So if you'd like to help support our work, our mission, and help us continue bringing these daily transmissions to the world, you could either make a monthly pledge, or a one-time donation to the links at egolovecondor.com. Now we're going to complete today's transmissions with a very powerful prayer from Divine Sister of the Light, Christy Griswell. Prayer for peace. Beloved source of all that is, the One, Christ Light, beloved Divine Presence, guardian angels, ascended masters, and the highest Christed light. Shine the light and warmth of peace and divine presence upon us, so we may, as individuals and as one humanity, cultivate peace, warmth, and compassion in our hearts and minds and actions. Guide us now to experience stillness, peace, and calm within. Help us to embody peace and divine presence, so we may overflow peace and love out beyond us here and now, to bless all hearts and minds across the planet and around the world with divine light presence, so that peace and light may prevail. May divine presence and the light of compassion transmute hatred and darkness, bringing into sync and harmony the paths of all. Help us to embody peace as individuals, to shine the light of love and warmth within our open hearts. Thank you, and so it is, the divine source of love. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Have a most beautiful, blessed, and restful weekend ahead as we continue our journey through the Ascension process. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make this day and every day the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.